Unthinkable tragedy in Fall River. 9 dead, more than 30 hospitalized following a fire at an assisted living facility.
All the smoke from the hall were right in my face, and all I could do was just stand there and choke.
Tonight, the search for answers continues as we learn the identities of those who lost their lives and the heroic acts that took place to save dozens from the flames.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. We know the names of most of the people who sadly lost their lives in the fire. The Bristol County District Attorney's Office identified 7 victims earlier tonight. They are 64-year-old Rui Alvarez, 61-year-old Ronald Codega, 69-year-old Margaret Duddy, and 78-year-old Robert King.
71-year-old Kim Mackin, 78-year-old Richard Rochon, and 86-year-old Eleanor Willets also died in the fire. At this hour, we're still waiting to learn the names of the final 2 victims, a 70-year-old woman and a 77-year-old man. Right now, the building is clear and has been turned over to the owner. Workers have been boarding up doors and windows. The exact cause of the fire remains under investigation tonight, but the Bristol County District Attorney's Office says it does not appear suspicious at this time.
There were about 70 people living at the Gabriel house at the time of the fire. Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan's office tells us the city has been able to find temporary housing for all of them. 35 were brought to the Tomeo Center. Some are staying with family and others at nearby facilities. And we have team coverage tonight of the assisted living tragedy. Kayla Fish has more on the investigation into the cause and why firefighters had some strong words for the mayor about the tragic outcome. But first, let's set things out to Lauren Brill, who's live in Fall River with more on how the community is stepping in to help those impacted. Lauren?
Well, Mike and Shannon, all evening we've seen people stopping by to pay their respects for those victims. Meanwhile, there's still a lot of questions here. Earlier, fire officials told us that both the cause of this fire and the condition of the building are still under investigation.
I just lost too many friends. Too many friends, too many lives lost.
Flowers left in honor of the 9 victims that passed away in the tragic fire at Gabriel House.
I had my breakdown, but right now I'm just trying to be strong.
Many in awe as they take in the destruction. Crews could be seen boarding up windows. Sunday night, smoke billowed down the streets as first responders worked to save the 70 residents at the assisted living facility.
Went to the bathroom, busted out the window, and I looked to the left, I could see the flames 10 feet tall in the lobby area.
Fall River fire officials say more than 30 people were transported to nearby hospitals. 1 person remains in critical condition. Meanwhile, not far away from where the flames broke out, 13 people are staying at the Tomeo Center, while 26 are at nearby facilities.
The firefighters come and banging on everybody's door, and the first responders did an excellent job. I mean, I got the clothes on my back, but I'm grateful to be alive. Thank God.
And it's been all hands on deck to help the survivors, recovering medical records and other necessities.
The soot on EMS and fire and police faces as they're going, I mean, we have heroes here for real. They were going back just to get their medications today.
People stopping by the Tomeo Center throughout the day to donate anything they can, from clothing to toiletries.
And if there's anything that we can do to help them and try to keep them calm and give them some kind of hope, that's how I feel that I can help.
Now, I'm told the survivors in this fire are still in need of basic necessities. Catholic Charities over on Bay Street in Fall River is accepting donations from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's also a GoFundMe that's been put together. We have all of that information over on WPRI.com. That's the latest here in Fall River. I'm Lauren Brill, 12 News.
Lauren, thank you. And as the Fall River community mourns those lost in the tragedy and helps the dozens whose lives were upended, there are still many questions tonight.
Top of mind, what started this fire and whether anything could have been done to change the outcome. Kayla Fish continues our team coverage. Kayla?
Well, it's only been a little more than 24 hours since those flames first broke out, so the investigation into this fire and what caused it is still in its early stages, but the district attorney's office tells us right now it doesn't seem suspicious.
It's a very extensive investigation. It's going to take a lot of time, and we need to get the facts right before we release them.
Fall River's fire chief asking for patience as authorities investigate the deadly fire at the Gabriel House assisted living facility in Fall River. Donna Murphy lived there, but by chance stayed elsewhere Sunday night.
In first year in 5 years, I sleep out last night. Tell me God what you're watching out for me.
Donna told our news crew she believes she knew some of those who lost their lives. She says she's upset as she and others had worried what would happen in an emergency there.
5 years, never had a fire drill. Never had a fire drill. Had no idea how to get people out of there.
When firefighters arrived, active fire alarms were sounding, according to the Bristol County DA's office, which is investigating the tragedy along with the State Fire Marshal's office and Fall River Fire and Police. They'll look into the origin and cause of the fire. Questions Mayor Paul Coogan said during a live interview on 12 News at 4 he once answered.
The people that worked the fire were great, the guys, but what could we have done better? I have a tough time living with this one because what went on in that building, that those people, were the smoke detectors working, were the sprinklers working? Those are the things I'm focused on. We're going to get those answers, and we're going to find out who we're going to hold accountable, what went wrong. Maybe we're going to hold no one accountable. Maybe it was just one of these flukes of nature, but 9 people died, and we should have the answers to why.
The firefighters union called staffing levels into question, saying had they had more manpower, there may have been a different outcome.
Had they been staffed properly up to national standards, there would have been 8 more firefighters effecting rescues here last night. There's no doubt that would have made a difference in the amount of people that we lost to this terrible fire last night.
Target 12 also attempted to contact the owner of the facility, Dennis Etzkorn, by calling a number listed for him, but the person who answered hung up. The mayor tells us Etzkorn is cooperating with the investigation. In studio, I'm Kayla Fish, 12 News.
Kayla, thank you. And you can count on 12 News to bring you continuing coverage of this tragic fire in Fall River. We'll have an update on 12 News this morning, starting at 4:30 as more information emerges about the investigation. Right now on WPRI.com, we also have details on how you can help support the families impacted by this tragedy.